Alright, so there's a new video. Once again, a new scenario, new scenery, different view. And I was talking with my brother, and I was touching on some big points on like certain situations that I struggled on when it came to dealing with relationships, or like just dealing with like people individually all the time. And it was the struggle of trying to build something and getting across communication and coming together with compromise, understanding, and following through with a conclusion, and mostly never led to the conclusion or even an agreement to a negotiation. And a lot of times when you're trying to work things out and people have certain traits to them and they are in denial and not want to change it, it can become kind of frustrating. And sometimes those humps is what's preventing the relationship from growing. And in those kind of relationships, they become toxic, you know. And a lot of times no one's perfect, and there's a lot of things that may have to alter and come to like some type of agreement and able to move forward. And I think that shows like the commitment in the relationship. But those standards never get met. And you know, I struggle with moving forward and like, dang, like I built so much with this person, and I don't know if I'm gonna meet someone with these kind of qualities in a female, you know what I'm saying? And then like I kind of dealt with those kind of bad traits and knowing it wouldn't work, but I was trying to make it work somehow, some way, without the other person even meeting me a quarter of the way. And eventually it just didn't work. But now sitting here learning that there's so many people in the world, and that, you know, when you have that mindset and you're sticking with someone who's not trying and you're trying, it will only lead to failure and it just won't go anywhere.
Yep.
And now it's like I see that there's so many other people who can have those personalities, can have even better traits and have even more things in common with you, and just be actually willing to change things and actually willing to do things too. And that's just like the beauty of it. And the hardest thing is moving forward. But if you have that in your mind, that you know your worth and that things can work and that someone can appreciate you, then you got it.
Facts. It's a fact, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, deadass, I don't even know what I want to say.
Like a sweet style.
For real. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna just piggyback off that. I think we was talking about like how like a lot of women that are, I don't want to say a lot of women. I'm gonna say it like this. Like, I'm gonna just put it like this. I'm gonna speak for the guys, right? There's a lot of women out there, right? I'm not coming at women. I'm just saying that are, I guess, stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things y'all expect in a relationship, certain standards you want, and things like that, certain requirements, and like, that's cool. Like, want what you want, need what you need, and go for what you want, right? But at the same time, you gotta understand, like, whenever you get into a relationship with a certain individual, they're not always gonna come with everything you want. You know what I'm saying? When you open that package, it might not have everything in it. It might be missing a few pieces. And sometimes you gotta be all right with that. Understand, like, you're gonna have to work to make that shit work. You might have to change some things about you to kind of make it work.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot of people, now I'm gonna talk about just people in general, walk around feeling like they don't need work. Like, nah, I'm good, I don't need work. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good. Like, he need to do this, she need to do that, whatever. And it's like, that's not realistic, bro. Like, nobody gonna come exactly tailor-made the exact way you want them to be, bro. Like, you're gonna have to adjust just a little bit just to make that shit work. So I'm gonna go back to women, right? So it's a lot of chicks. Y'all want what y'all want. You need to do this, be this, blah, blah. That's cool, right? But understand, for a man to properly love you, you may have to change some things about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't always think, oh, this dude can't love me, right? Because he don't do this, this, and that. It's like, yo, be realistic. Learn how to compromise. Learn how to change some things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all know y'all can be a hard ass. You know you can be, you know, whatever bullshit you have, you know what it is. I don't have to say what it is. You just know. We all know our bullshit. Like, we don't want to admit
Definitely,
it. Like,
no
we
one's
always
perfect.
want to front, like, oh, I don't know what you talking about. Nah, I know my bullshit. Like, don't let nobody lie to you and act like they don't know what the fuck they need to fix. And if a chick want to be in a stable relationship with a dude and you want a dude to love you properly, you got to be able to identify your weaknesses and where you need to adjust to make that relationship work. So I'm going to go into 9 times out of 10 when a dude walk away from a relationship, it's because you probably made it difficult as hell to love your ass. And you're like, how do I make it difficult as hell to love my ass? He just need to learn how to love me. It's like, well, you got to allow him to love you. He's not perfect. He may not love you the way you think he should love you. There may be some things you may have to adjust and change with yourself. And if you're not willing to do that, you got to look for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't drag that man through the relationship knowing that you are not willing to bend. You need to go find somebody else, man. Find a new relationship. But most men,
or someone that you feel more comfortable with opening up more to,
right?
Because in a lot of chances, a woman would have strong feelings for you, but like, oh, but I don't feel comfortable, whatever, I've been hurt, etc., etc. So if that's the case, and it's been about a year or two later, and you still feel that way, and you still feel like you can't be able to give you, then maybe he's not the right person for you,
right?
Because it's something clearly that he's not giving you for you to not feel comfortable. Perhaps it's the same traits, the same movements that the last person is giving, that's causing you to like, nah, I can't, because I felt this feeling before and I got hurt.
But you know what it is too? A lot of women, y'all afraid to be alone. You're afraid to be alone, bro.
And you know, I had a situation like that too, where I think that I feel like I've been kind of strung along only because of that. It wasn't like you wanted to be with me.
Right.
She said, hi.
Knowing the relation, she know this shit is not stable. It's not even functioning right. She knows it's probably not even a right fit. But her being afraid to be alone, afraid to find a new companion, start all over, look for some dude she's attracted to, that's attracted to her, that want to be with, y'all be afraid of that. So y'all stick with a dude, and this shit'll be straight turmoil, bro.
Turmoil.
Straight turmoil. That shit ain't going nowhere, bro. Just because you scared to let go, you want that comfort, that familiarity. It feels so good, even though it's all fucked up, bro. It's like, that's not doing you no good, and that's damn sure not doing him no good, bro. Y'all gotta learn how to let that shit go, bro. Like, if he not giving you everything you feel like you want, and you're not willing to compromise to make the shit work, let that nigga go.
And that's sad.
If that shit turmoil you and y'all always fighting and arguing, don't hold on to that nigga because it just you feel safe with him and you don't want to be alone. Don't do that. That's selfish as hell. And at the end of the day, you don't benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's just a toxic situation that's being held on to because in some ways it's beneficial.
Right. Like, a lot of women be in a relationship because it's beneficial. Oh, because he do this for me. He pay for this. He take me to work every day. If I leave him, how I'm going to get to work? Who going to watch my kid? It's like, yo, figure that out. That's life. Like, don't stay in a situation that's fucking toxic as hell just because it's convenient. You know what I'm saying?
But we got all toxic, like, for like the next few weeks we're gonna have like just topics, constant videos consistently, and we're gonna be like just focus on a lot of things, so stay tuned. This is Reese_X and your boy
I am Poppy in the building, man. I am Poppy _ at the end of that.
He'll be tagged in it. Love y'all. Thanks for the support. Love the support. Thanks for viewing, listening. We might actually do a YouTube channel because it's just like, this was just more so like on some just response shit, and like we've been getting like good response. Like, you know, some like our videos, some of them are doing like 90, 100 likes. So that's good. That is really good.
That ain't shit to some people that probably like big, but we don't do this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even into this social media stuff, bro.
Right.
Like, real shit. Like,
right.
So
Hey,
That's
yeah,
what it is. Trying something
signing out.
different. 2020.
Yep. All right.